Hey there, my name is Joe Gaudio. I am a financial advisor here in Vancouver, Washington. Today I'm going to be talking to you and educating you about a product that I've used and comes under a little bit of, I guess, misconception at time, and that's the variable annuity. Now, this specific type of variable annuity that I'm going to be talking about is a variable annuity with a guaranteed lifetime income rider down here. And let's talk for a second about the pros and cons. I always used to make this old the old T scale or whatever they call it, where you list the pros and cons on both sides. So over here we have the pros and over here we have the cons. The biggest con that I hear, I want to start there, is cost. And there is no doubt about it that this is a more cost prohibitive product than just buying an individual investment and putting it in an advisory account or some other type of an account. Now, you can imagine that the reason it costs more is because there's a guaranteed lifetime income benefit that this annuity, this insurance company, has to back up. So if there were a prolonged down market and you woke up with an account value worth significantly less than that $800,000, the insurance company has to guarantee you that $40,000 a year for the rest of your life. So that is it's a pretty big cost, but it also is a pretty big reward, and it takes some of the guesswork out of where we are going from a planning standpoint. The other thing that we talk about that's a negative is liquidity. And basically what that means is this is designed to be kind of a buy and hold and put it away and leave it down the road for a pension. So that's the design of it. Now, let's get into a few of the positives. So one of them we just talked about is that guaranteed income. I know it's income you can't outlive. I know it's income that's not dependent upon the stock market. I know it will be there regardless of what happens with the underlying value of your actual account value. Let's talk about number two. I think I've seen this one a lot over my 29 plus years, is less emotion, right? It takes a little bit of the emotion out of the market. So I've lived through a number of down markets, the 08, the 2022 that we just went through, even the dot-com stuff back in the early 2000s. People get emotional when it comes to investing. And so this is designed to kind of take a little bit of the emotion out of it. You don't get as panicked if you know that you have a guaranteed lifetime income, right? Number three is, and this one is kind of a little bit tricky, but you could possibly be more aggressive in your underlying investments. And what I mean by that is if you know you have the backing of the insurance company with the guaranteed income rider, you can build this portfolio for a little more speed. You can put large cap growth, small cap growth, small value, international, emerging markets. You can really go anywhere you want with this type of product that I'm discussing. And you can kind of let the thing hopefully outpace your little step ups along the way. So to me, that is a little bit of a big bonus, because as you age and get closer to retirement, if you didn't have such a guarantee, you might feel like you need to start backing down your overall risk tolerance, which is just normal behavior. By doing that, though, you also reduce the chance of outsized returns going forward. So that's one thing, is I think it allows you to stay in the market and stay a little more aggressive. The other thing is longevity, right? So everybody's living longer now. The benefit of this is if your account value that you start drawing the $40,000 a year on ever goes to zero because of all your withdrawals and a bad market and everything else, it will pay, if you have the joint guaranteed lifetime income rider on for you and your spouse, it will pay for the rest of both of your lives. So if you live to 90, 95, 100, and the money's gone, you will keep getting a $40,000 check every year until both of you have passed. So that's a real strong benefit for longevity. And then really the last one that I put on there was, account value. So the account value is paid out at the second death. Let's assume you go down that path, keep the money invested, everything goes fine. The second one of you passes and there's still $400,000 or something like that in this account. That pays on or out to your estate. That pays out to your beneficiaries, children, grandchildren, whoever you want it to go to. So there's a real benefit there for just the overall aspect that you can still get this paid out. Unlike the old annuities that our parents and grandparents dealt with, or even pension plans today from the different organizations like teachers and firefighters and stuff like that, those pensions die with you. If you die 2 years in, that's the end of it. There is no residual value. Here, if there's any money left in the contract, it does pass on, which is another added feature.